the New York City mayor's race is heating up as Mamdani, the Democratic candidate, is trading attacks with President Trump. Now the focus
Democratic
is on the general
candidate
election, where the socialist
Zoran,
candidate set to face off against incumbent Eric
Z-O-H-R-A-N.
Adams, former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, and one Republican
Chris
and
Cuomo's
longtime New York
older
City
brother.
activist. Republican New York City mayoral candidate Curtis Sliwa joins us now. Curtis, thanks for joining us this afternoon, and this morning, I guess it is still.
Oh, well, my pleasure. You know, I'm on my way to Coney Island while Eric Adams is in the Hamptons. Cuomo is missing in action, and Zoran is campaigning in his areas where there are a lot of Gen Z's, millennials, which I have access to, and unfortunately the other campaigns have ignored, and that's why he's doing so well.
Were you surprised that he won? Do you think the city has changed over the last 20 years at all? Is this an indication of that?
Well, if you hang up in the suites where the power elite are, you'll have no idea the changes. But I'm the candidate of the streets, and I see them. Right outside of Fox News Channel every night, there's a halal cart. There's lines going around the block.
Halal means permissible in Islam. Halal, H-A-L-A-L. It means permissible or permitted. Halal foods.
Outside of Fox News Channel every night, you'll have no idea the changes. But I'm the candidate of the streets, and I see them. Right outside of Fox News Channel every night, there's a halal cart. There's lines going around the block. These are Muslim businessmen who voted for Trump in the presidential election. But because of the just unbelievable attacks against the religion of Zoran, the Muslim faith, and how they identify
not just
culturally,
on the religion, on his race.
Conservative. There's lines going around the block. These are Muslim businessmen who voted for Trump in the
on his skin color.
Election. But because of the
he's brown
attacks against the religion
of
Zoran, the Muslim faith, and how they identify culturally, pushing these conservative Muslims, of which you're a million in New York City, and many of them are registered to vote, into the Zoran camp. Major mistake. I saw that one video where he was eating with his hands. I don't think people out there realize there are a lot of legal immigrants from Bangladesh, Pakistan, Yemen,
India,
still eat with their
Malaysia,
hands.
Indonesia.
Thing.
Yes. It's Curtis Sliwa. He's keeping it a buck with this. He's saying
Yemen,
the reality, bro. Sliwa. Curtis Jiva. I call him Curtis Jiva. G-W-A, Jiva, because he is genuine. He is discussing this stuff in good faith. He is good money. He is, yeah, bro. He's good. He's good.
From Bangladesh,
Jiva,
Pakistan,
bars.
Who still eat with their hands. It's a cultural thing. Attack the policies of Zoran. Don't attack the religion. Don't attack the culture.
Attack his race or his skin color. Immutable traits. Yeah, bro. Curtis, he's spitting, bro. Yeah, certain Republicans, they're going in on him for eating with his hands as if he's uncivilized, unclean, terrible, evil, horrible, bereft of etiquette, craziness, bro. As if they don't eat with their hands, as if they don't eat certain things with their hands, bro. Pizza, burgers, fries, bro, carrots, fruits. Come on, bro. Stop. The Republicans who are attacking Zoran for eating with his hands, they're hypocrites, bro. A lot of them are. A lot of these people are hypocrites. They really are, bro. Laura Loomer, bro. She is one of the hypocrites. Laura Loomer is one of the biggest hypocrites. She was eating something with her hands, dog food or something. That is crazy. A human eating dog food. That is really wild. But she was on camera eating dog foods with her hands, bro. But she wants to be nasty to Zoran, bro. It is hypocrisy. It is contradiction. It really is, bro. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The contradiction, the hypocriticalness of these people. Uh, yeah, yeah. It drives me up a wall, bro. It boils my bloods, bro. It is enraging. Yeah, these people, they're ignorance, bro. Their remarks are of ignorance. They don't know that this is a common practice in the Southeast Asian community and in the Muslim community as well. This is normal. This is customary. This is a customary thing that Southeast Asian people do. They eat with their hands. They eat with their right hand. The right hand symbolizes cleanliness, purity, hygiene, and respect. It symbolizes it's the right hand also symbolizes these things in the Muslim community, uh, in the Sunnah Islam community, in the Sunnah Sunnah Islam community, in the Sunnah Islam community. It is a common practice in the Sunnah Sunnah Islam community. Facts. Um, they don't eat with their left hand. It symbolizes disrespect. Yeah, or uncleanliness or impurity. Yeah, it symbolizes those things. So the Muslim people, they don't eat with their left hand. Um, they do eat with but they eat with their right hand. Uh, it isn't haram or forbidden or prohibited to eat with a fork or a spoon, but they they typically eat with their hands. Typically, um, even though it is not a sin to eat with a fork or a spoon, they normally eat with their hands, their bare hand, their bare hands, their bare hands. Facts. Yeah, this is an ancient practice in the Southeast Asian community. Eating with your hands. It is eating with the hands is an ancient practice in the Southeast Asian community. They've been doing this for many years. Yeah, yeah, bro. The fact, yeah, the yeah, what they're doing communicates ignorance, lack of empathy. There's no understanding. They just have hatred. They just have odium, bigotry, prejudice. It is sad. It really is sad. Yeah. These these are the same people who say don't do identity politics or wokeness. They are engaging in the same thing the far leftists engage in, bro. It is really goofy. It is contradictory. It is antithetical to what they profess to be against. It is really whack.
True thing. Attack the policies
Yep.
of Zoran. Don't attack the religion. Don't attack the culture.
or the race,
Curtis,
or
I
the
want to get your
color.
take on this. Mayor Adams is calling for an investigation into Columbia University's application review process after it was leaked that on his application form in, I think, 2009, Mamdani checked a couple of boxes, African American as well as Asian, and Mayor Adams is taking deep offense to that. He said, quote, the African American identity is not a checkbox of convenience. It is a history, a struggle, and a lived experience for someone to exploit that for personal gain.
Bro, he's bugging. Eric is
now,
bugging.
Mamdani told the New York Times, here was his explanation. He said, most college applications don't have a box for Indian Ugandans, so I checked multiple boxes.
Yeah, his race is Asian. He's Asian. Indian is Asian. He's Asian. His race is Asian. Indian is Southeast Asian. Ugandan is African. Uganda is in the continent of Africa, but Uganda doesn't have only one race in it. It has different races. Ugandan isn't a race, it is a nationality. He was born in Uganda. He's Indian, but he was born in Uganda. It is, his nationality would be Ugandan. He's in America now. He got his he became a naturalized citizen in 2018, if my memory is correct. He's American now, but he was living in Uganda. He was born there. He lived there until 7. Then he immigrated to America. He lived in New York. He went to high school. He went to college in New York, or not in New York, somewhere else. But he went to high school for sure in New York. Bro. His race isn't Ugandan, but or Indian, but his race isn't Ugandan. But his nationality is Ugandan. His origin is Indian. His race isn't Indian, but his origin is Indian. Indian. His race is Asian. India is a country, not a race. India is a nation. His origin is Indian. His parents are Indian. They were born in India. His parents, both parents. Then they went to Uganda and birthed him in Uganda. His nationality is Ugandan, but his race is Asian. There's a difference. Yeah, his race is not African American, but Eric thinks African American is a race. It is not a race. Africa is a continent. America, as in the U.S., is a country in the continent of North America. African American is not even a race. It is a nationality. Well, Africa is a continent, but So I don't get why. I get it. It was equated to black a long time ago, but African American isn't really a race. So Eric, he's bugging. He gotta chill. He gotta chill, bro. Eric, he also, another crazy thing Eric said is that Zoran is anti-Semitic for opposing real genocide in Gaza and the real occupation. Eric Adams, he's woke for that, bro. He's a goofball for that. To label him anti-Semitic for being anti-Israel, as in the government of Israel, is crazy. F Eric, bro. F the other people who have his mentality, bro, who feel the same way pertaining to Zoran. Uh, yeah, they're tripping all the way.
Now, Mamdani told the New York Times, here was his explanation. He said, most college applications don't have a box for Indian Ugandans. So I
Facts,
checked
facts.
multiple boxes trying to capture what he says the
Makes
fullness
sense.
of my
He made
background.
sense.
By the way,
Zoran
according to the
did.
New York Times, he wasn't accepted at Columbia. But is this an issue that you have as well?
Well, wait a second. He wasn't accepted. His father, a professor of African studies, he didn't benefit from.
Is trying to capture what he says the fullness of my background. By the way, according to the New York Times, he wasn't accepted at Columbia. But is this an issue that you have as well?
Well, wait a second. He wasn't accepted. His father, a professor of African studies, he didn't benefit from that legacy like we know a lot of Democrats and Republican children have over the years. He got rejected by Columbia. He had to go to Boulder up in Maine. So the fact is, if you make this the issue, you split hairs. He said he was an African American. Okay, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
He said he was Asian. He is Southeast Asian from
Yeah.
India, his parents.
Yeah.
And he did put the box, he checked the box later on in the transcript that he was Ugandan. But he didn't take a seat of an African American, Eric Adams and Cuomo, because he wasn't accepted in Columbia. All you're doing is making him a martyr. You're victimizing him. You're just growing his support on really a non-issue. Stick to the issue.
Yep.
The fact that he wants to defund
Sensible,
the police.
logical,
The
based.
fact that he
What
wants
Sliwa just said.
supermarkets that are all, you're just growing his support on really a non-issue. Stick to the issue. The fact that he wants to defund the police.
Yep.
The fact that he
Yeah.
wants super.
Yeah, there are things that you can criticize. There are legitimate criticisms you can to give Zoran, bro. Legitimate, not racial or religious. There are legitimate criticisms, bro. Zoran, bro. This dude, Zoran, he wants to protect, he said, LGBT protections as if they're the most targeted group in America, bro, or in NYC or whatever. It is crazy, bro. It is far from the truth that they are the most imperiled group, the most oppressed group. Yeah, just because they don't get special treatment, that this doesn't mean they are the most oppressed. People, Zoran, he's radical. He's a radical leftist. I agree with Trump on that, but the anti-Semitic and all of the other goofy things, nah, I don't agree with those things, with those labels. But radical leftist, yes, he's very radical, bro. He said tax the rich, punish the rich for grinding to the riches they have now, bro. Punish them for being sedulous and hard working. It is crazy, bro. Tax the white neighborhoods, the richer and whiter neighborhoods. Racism, bro. Anti-white racism, crazy. These are legitimate things to be angry about, but how he eats is not one of those things, bro. People gotta chill, bro. This puerile, idiotic, immature name calling and false labeling, it is stupidity, bro. It only makes Zoran more popular, like Sliwa said. So it is futile. It is pointless to be so nasty and so hostile to this dude for the wrong reasons. It makes no sense.
Market said he's just growing his support on really a non-issue. Stick to the issue. The fact that he wants to defund the police. The fact that he wants supermarkets that are owned by the city.
Yeah.
The fact that he wants the fact that he wants supermarkets that are owned, he just blew his support on really a non-issue. Stick to the issue. The fact that he wants to defund the police. The fact
Crazy.
that he wants supermarkets
Stupid.
that are owned by the city. The fact that he wants to tax homeowners in white predominant areas. Stay focused on the issues.
Yep.
Adams and Cuomo, by launching this attack, are helping to make him the next mayor of New York City.
Yep.
I'm the only one who stands in his way because I stick to the issues.
He's reversed on the
Sensible.
fund, but he hasn't really
Logical.
explained the
Rational.
journey. But I do want to get you a little bit more on this. Do you think in that same vein, do you think that some of the calls we've heard from the White House to investigate his citizenship, or if he doesn't cooperate with ICE to threaten to arrest
There's because they're saying this because Zoran, he had a line in one of his rap songs when he was a rapper. In one of the lines, he praised Holy Land Foundation, the Muslim charity based in Texas, bro. The largest Muslim charity in U.S. in the U.S. They were accused of sending funds to a fake zakat community, to a fake charity controlled by Hamas. They were accused of this. The five leaders, they were sentenced to very long sentences, bro. Off suspicion. I mean, off allegation, bro. Off bias alone. Crazy. No real evidence. Just bias. Just prejudice. Vague statements. Wild. What? Yeah. Man. I'm back, man. Distraction.
the calls we've heard from the White House to investigate his citizenship, or if he doesn't cooperate with ICE to threaten to arrest him? Does that also work in that same favor?
Yesterday, I was in Zoran land, Brooklyn, Queens, right before the start of the fireworks, which was on both sides of the East River. All you do is you make him a martyr.
Yep.
And then he
Facts.
stands up against the president, Donald
It does
Trump,
the opposite
instead
effect
being
of
forced
what
to defend his policies,
the
which will
opposite
destroy
intended
New York City.
effect. It is
So, for New York
counterproductive,
City,
fruitless,
which is not a big
unproductive,
Trump area, the rest of the
inefficacious.
country certainly is, the rest of the New York City.
It is stupid, harebrained.
All you do is you make him a martyr.
Stop attacking based on religion, race, and other goofy-ish, bro. Goofy things, meant to say.
So for New York City, which is not a big, all you do is you make him a martyr.
Yep.
And then he stands up against
That is it.
President Donald Trump. Instead of being forced to defend his policies, which
His
will
radical
destroy New York
policies,
City.
truly
So
radical
for New York
policies,
City,
deleterious
which is not a big
policies,
Trump area, the rest of the country certainly.
divisive policies, woke policies.
So for New York City, which is not a big Trump area,
Wokeism is a social malady that needs to be eradicated soon. It is a social malady that needs to be eradicated soon.
image that he's going to ends up against the president, Donald Trump, instead of being forced to defend his policies, which will destroy New York City.
Worse.
So for New York City, which is not a big Trump area, the rest of the country certainly is, the rest of the New York State is Trump land, but not New York City. You just
Very blue,
strengthen him
NYC.
and embolden him.
Yeah.
Stick to the
Agreed.
issues and he can't be
Yeah.
defeated. But
Integrity.
create this image that he's going to be deported, he's going to be sent to that super gulag in El Salvador. You will bring out a vote like you never heard. And again, hipsters, millennials, Gen Z are the majority of our citizens now, the majority of the voters. I'm a baby boomer, and I have to constantly.
He's in his
remind
early
them.
70s.
Many of you have
Sliwa.
fled to Florida. Unfortunately, some of us have died. The majority of the voters. I'm a baby boomer, and I have to constantly remind them. Many of you have fled to Florida. Unfortunately,
A
some of us have
Republican
died.
state.
We're no longer the majority of the voters. I'm a baby boomer, and I have to constantly remind them. Many of you
That
have
are goods to people with wealth, with riches. Yeah, they yeah, yeah. Yeah, facts.
majority of the voters. I'm a baby boomer, and I have to
That are
constantly remind them.
The Repub
Many of you have
states
fled to Florida.
that are
Unfortunately,
goods
some
to
of us
people
have
with
died.
businesses,
We're
who
no
own
longer the
businesses.
majority. We have to get more Gen Z and millennials, which is what my campaign. Florida, unfortunately, some of us have died. We're no longer the majority. We have to get more. Florida, unfortunately, some of us have died. We're no longer the majority. We have to get more Gen Z and millennials, which is what my campaign does. The Adams campaign rejects him, and he's going to be sent to that super gulag
In El Salvador, crazy.
Bring out a vote like you never heard.
The biggest mega prison.
Hipsters,
Rife
millennials,
with
Gen Z are the
human
majority
rights
of our citizens
violations.
now, the majority
Rife
of
with
voters.
human
I'm a
rights
baby boomer, and I have to
violations.
constantly remind them, many of you have fled to Florida. Unfortunately, some of us have died. We're no longer the majority. We have to get more Gen Z and millennials, which is what my campaign does. The Adams campaign rejects him, and Cuomo, he's hiding out in the Hamptons. He's
Andrew.
trying to figure out what to do.
Curtis,
Crazy.
thanks so much for joining us.
Oh,
Yeah. Stick to his policies, bro. Sliwa, he really, yeah, he cooked in a classy way, bro. He cooked. He really did. Bro. He went at the policies. He said Zoran is going to destroy New York City with his policies, bro. He didn't attack his religion, his race, his color. He stuck to the logical ish, bro. He remained with class, bro. Even though he disagrees with Zoran politically, he remained with class, bro. Civility. That takes you far, bro. this verbal abuse, this puerility, this puerility, this resorting, this resorting to verbal abuse is crazy, bro. You don't cause people to you cause more people to flock to him. You do the opposite of what you the effect is the opposite of what you want to happen, bro. Stupid. So stick to attack his policies, bro. Give legitimate criticisms. Give legitimate criticisms, not woke BS, bro. Because if you give woke BS, you are no better than the far leftists. Peace.